Okay, here we're back. We're live with more U9 Monster Monox. Last we left off, stuff went down. The stuff went down last time. So, yeah. One, Prison Adol is promptly broken out of the prison. Yay! He almost made it to the dandelion. He was like at the front door. Yay! And then Marius came and knocked him out unconscious. And presumably kidnapped him for reasons. We don't know the reasons because we don't know what's happening over there. But that's happening. Just less than ideal, but and definitely not what I wanted, but like whatever, I guess. We'll make this work. And as far as Monster Adol, he broke into the prison again, because, you know, at this point it's just for fun. And we got to the special sector, and Amona found a painting of herself with a lady, who I'm 99% sure who the lady is, but I'll get to that point in a minute. And we had a big confrontation with Shadowlord and Jules' father, and a whole argument, and then Aprilis showed up. Not sure how she knew to find us, but, like, whatever. I mean, she put a curse on all of us. Maybe the curse, like, gives her some ability to track us, or of some kind, or, I don't know. Maybe she's just been following us this whole game. I don't know. Not really relevant, though. What matters is that she was there, she had a little confrontation with Shadowheart, they talked. He didn't seem friendly. It was definitely not friendly when Shadowheart stabbed and killed her. Just poof, dead. So that happened. And I think Anemona regained some of, if not all of her memories, because she had like some flashbacks, so I'm pretty sure the implication, at least what I've took away from it, is that she was Aprilis' doll from some unfathomable length of time. So that's probably who the lady in the painting was Aprilis. And now she's dead. Which sucks for all of us. But and then something happened to Monster Adol that made him lose consciousness and had like a terrible fever for a few days just out of nowhere. Like, I assume that the fever and loss of consciousness came from when Marius knocked Prison Adol out. That's the theory I'm going with, because it was basically confirmed that those events were happening at basically the same time. So, it was either right after or at the exact same moment, I would suspect. So, presumably, because what I've seemed to have gathered after last episode's whole incident is that there is some kind of connection between the two Adols. Like, they are not entirely separate beings, is what I've gathered, basically. There is some amount of connection. So even though they don't seem to be outright conscious of each other's existence and actions and whatever, there's definitely some kind of, like, mental connection between the two. So, because while he doesn't seem to know what a monstrum is, there's definitely an amount of, like, I'm gonna guess and take a wild guess and say that they, like, share a subconscious kind of thing. So, like if Prison Adol saw one of the monstrums, he'd be like, huh, you're familiar. But he wouldn't actually, like, know them. Is what I'm guessing. And probably the same for Monster Adol. If he, like, saw Marius, he'd be like, I feel like we've met, but I know we haven't. Which, you know, is neat. But we haven't actually seen that, because the two plot lines haven't collided, unfortunately. Ugh. And I'm looking forward to seeing that happen. And the game teased me with it, too. But no plot lines colliding for me. So yeah. Oh, and also while all of that was happening, apparently the Knights decided, you know what? Now's a great time to have a coup and take over the city and try to force the Romans out, which, I mean, and I've said this before, but it bears repeating, I get it. I do. Because because while I don't know the exact history of, like, the in-game Romans, I'm going to assume, by use of the name, that they employ similar, if not the exact same tactics as the, historical Romans, which means a lot of war, a lot of brute force, and a lot of bloodshed. So, which definitely seems to be the implication based off the dialogue we've had, because, again, I don't know the exact history of these games, because I have not played the rest of the games, and I don't know a lot about this series, but that's, from the way the characters talk, that is definitely the most likely series of events. So anyway, lots of chaos is going down. Oh, and while the knights are cooing, they decided to arrest a bunch of people, including her sister and her boyfriend. Okay, she doesn't say, they have not said the word boyfriend, but that's, again, one of those, the implications, is that she has a big stinking crush on him and that he probably likes her back in some capacity. But, that's her drama. We aren't getting involved. Oh, and while that's happening, some of our friends are doing stuff, like running off, or... Because this one's the lady who was in charge of the rebellion against the Romans. So I'm sure, they're probably gonna go have a talk with the knights. Because she said before that she would prefer to get the Romans out with little to no bloodshed if possible. So yeah, people dying is the opposite of her goal. So we'll see if there's any bark to her bite. That's the other way around. It should be any bite to her bark. And then you are out doing stuff. So you're doing stuff and you're doing stuff. It might be important. Okay, so I have to think real quick. These weapons are other. Oh, I need to talk to what's his face. Hey, dude. Ah, a new recipe. I shall add this to my exclusive carte du jour for my dear employees. Okay. Dishes. Cook.
Oh, the suspense is killing me.
And I don't have any cheese, but that's fine. You know what?
My secret
Let's go ahead and do that.
is love.
Okay.
Here you are, fresh out of my secret ingredient. My secret leaving. I'll go get 'em out there, darling.
We're gonna try. Okay. So let's go. Step one, I think, is gonna be go check on our allies. Because Anamoto ran off to presumably where Aprilis' grave is. Because, so yeah. Stuff's happening. I appreciate, because I think now is we're gonna finally start getting some answers to all of the questions this game has been prompting us to ask. Oh, you want something. What you want? Hey there, dudes. Welcome to the Visitor's Kiosk. Wait, where's the usual guy? Isn't he usually Alex's shift right about now? Yeah, who can say, dude? I just got called up to fill in. It's pretty out of the blue. Guess I just couldn't get a hold of him. This was supposed to be my day off to, give me a break, dude. Literally. Sorry to hear that. Does this mean what I think it does? Has anything been off with him lately? off. Well, actually, now that I think about it, yeah. This guy's been stopping by the kiosk a lot lately. Looked like a shantytown resident. Never seen him myself, but he seemed to be an acquaintance of Alex's. Apparently they kept talking about some sort of preparations for something. Alex seemed kinda against it all. Kept asking if the guy was really going through with it. Must be some birthday party they're planning, huh, dude? Wonder whose it is. Going by the note we got, this likely has something to do with the resistance. They must have been talking about the preparations for their move late today. Does that mean Alex is one of their members? I had no idea. And one working right by the main road, too. Guy's got guts. Are we done here, dudes? I kinda got a job to do. Oh, right. Sorry about that. Thank you for your time. What's here? Ooh, new shop. Congrats on opening your shop, Jeanette. It's really shaping up. Oh, thanks, Reno. That's sad. I haven't really had any customers come by just yet, like, at all. Probably just because of that stuff with the Knights of the Governor Generals. We're just scared is all. Don't let it get you down. Huh? The who with the what now? But you mean it's not just because my store is a flop? Great, I've totally got this then. Time to pull myself together. Okay, but can I buy stuff?
Can I help you find
What do you have? You have dairy products. Which, I mean...
Thank you very much. Wanna browse some more? Come again soon.
I'll be back in a bit, maybe. We'll see. Yeah, right back. Detours, yay! You, cook.
Oh, the suspense is killing me.
What? Oh,
Come back
right.
now. Go get him out there, darling.
Yay. Running me at 24 stores, errands,
Any
Nobles
errands you'd like me
errand.
to run?
I forgot how many I need. We're just gonna get 10.
Anything else you'd like, call for me whenever you like.
Well, if it isn't my anything catch your eye? Here you are. Come back now. Go get him out there, darling.
We're gonna try. Let's go. Okay, so that's done. So there's a quest right over there. Let's go see what that's about. Is it-
What's gotten into those nights?
So I think I want to boost, like, I think I want to upgrade all of, like, the companions, helpers, confidants. Because I'm pretty sure once we go talk to Anemone at the graveyard, stuff's gonna go down. Like, that's the vibe I get. I wonder if Gaston will be okay. Something the matter, miss? You look a little down. Oh, you're all from the Dandelion, right? I'm just griping about one of my regulars, this guy named Gaston. He showed up last night just before I closed up shop. Told me it might be his last time there before paying off his tab and walking away. Huh, that does make you wonder. Doesn't it? Come to think of it, there was a rumor he got tangled up in some incident recently. Hadn't showed up ever since. Not until last night, that is. She's not talking about any incidents we were involved in, is she? I imagine it's one of the requests Dogi ended up taking care of for us. Did Gaston say anything else to you? Well, not to me directly. He did mumble some stuff as he was leaving. Things like, "This will show those Romans, and can't let it get damp," whatever that means. Can't exactly glean what he was planning from that alone. But with what he's already done, sounds like we've hit the mark. He must be involved in all this. Taking Margot's intel into account. It's best we assume he's playing a big part in all of this. Still, just like Margot, we've got no idea where he actually is. Listen, Gaston's from Shantytown. He's had more than his fair share of fights with Romans. But he has his good sides too. He's looked out for me ever since my husband died. I don't know what he's up to, but could you do something for me if you happen to see him? Just tell him to think before he acts. That's all. Of course, we will. Oh boy. That makes me nervous. It's like...
Is this all for Glia?
Yeah, that's progress. I'm gonna go over there. Let's go... We're here.
What's all this commotion?
Yeah, so that's up.
What's this city coming
Let's go. Pendleton's one of the places we gotta go
What's
to.
gotten into those knights?
So what I'm gonna do is I'll probably go to Pendleton and the Coliseum first and then do Animodal last. Because, I don't know, feels like it'll be more dramatic that way. Okay, so where I need to go next is right here. Hopefully the game lets me. Rude. Yeah. Slash talisman acquired. I don't know if that's helpful. Yeah, that's not helpful. Now I have to wait for the thingy to recharge. Okay.
Got it!
Oh, speaking of, I did finally find the person I meant to give those to. So we may need to go visit her in a bit. As soon as I've figured out. Oh, it's you. Okay, we'll be here in a minute. Yeah. Some gold received. That's not really helpful. Hence elixir acquired. That could be helpful. Alright, lady. What's the deal? Oh, that was fast. Couldn't wait to get your hands in the pie, could you? That's not exactly it, no. We're just worried about what kind of mess you might get into going get this alone. First off, is it really true? You really found that hidden treasure that you've been looking for all this time? That's right. Take a gander. An old, worn-out wall? Or... wait... It's hollow on the other side, isn't it? Must be some sort of secret entrance. You can hear a faint echo coming from deep within. Whatever lies beneath us must lead to a wide underground space of some sort. I had a feeling you'd get me, Adol. See, I found this spot after going through some old Baldukian maps and literature. Most would even give it a sidelong glance. Plus, it's near the prison's old fortress ruins. Considering the wall was completely sealed off, I have a sneaking feeling. No, total confidence that this is the place. No doubt about it. I'm sure the only part you care about is the actual ruins themselves, isn't it? Guess we don't have so much in common after all. Not that it matters either way. In any case, the inside seems to be filled with booby traps galore. It'd be such a hassle for a fragile gal like me to step in all by her lonesome. Catch on yet? All I need is for you nice, strong boys and girls to help me explore these ruins. Naturally, I'll be paying you handsomely, given we actually find the treasure. You'd be happy to help. I had a feeling you might. Not that he particularly gave us a choice. That was probably how he turned the rest of us out after hearing that. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's get to smashing this wall down.
Hold on. You knew Adol wouldn't be able to say no to this, didn't you?
Yeah, I can't let her eyes off her for 1 second, this one. Oh, you really just know what to say to a girl. Now, without further ado, how about busting open that entrance for us, Miss Raging Bull? Tough gal like you should be able to take it down in one hit, no? Yeah, just a sec. Well, this place is about as ruined as ruins can get. So this is where you think the royal family stashed their treasure centuries ago, huh? Considering it still is yet to be found, I'm almost inclined to believe it.
Yeah, all these traps in here have to be protecting something. We need to be careful of what's ahead.
Now I'm getting excited. As if you weren't already. Good to know I picked the right man for the job. I'll just let you monstroms take the lead on this one. My money says the treasure's hidden all the way in the back. Let's get to it. A fool and her treasure accepted. Jardia's joined the group. Yay! Let's go find shinies. And lots of danger.
There's something here.
You've got this, Adol.
That's...
Something's there.
Okay, so... There's a mechanism over there. We should probably... That almost worked. That would have worked if I had pushed the wrong button. Oh well. Okay. Is that cheating? Probably, but like, if the game's gonna let me do it, I'm gonna go for it. Come on. Okay. Okay, where are we? Okay. This mechanism over here, so okay, just gotta walk very carefully, apparently.
Hunter's descent.
I feel bad for those two. We're just gonna slowly, carefully.
Hunter's descent.
Okay.
this at all.
Movie. Come on. Okay. Monsters killed. Let's go. There's more traps over there. Which means we probably need to go down that way. Yeah. Okay. There's a mechanism that way. Probably need to go that way, so let's... A little less carefully this time.
Something's here.
We got this.
Something's here.
Yeah, I know, but I want all this stuff first. Cool. Is there any traps, or is it just treasure? Armored shell times 2 acquired. Okay, cool. There's an enemy. There's the enemy. Yeah. Slight PTSD is coming back, but it's fine. You know how it is. As we all remember last time I had to deal with freaking lasers. But you know what? It's fine. I've got this under control. Well, I'm seeing a distinct lack of treasure. Huh? It's at end? Looks like this room is as far as we can go. What? But there's nothing in here at all. Looks like we drew the losing ticket. All that work for nothing. I wouldn't be so sure about that. Look! It's the entrance to the Grimwald. Let's jump in. So the treasure's in there. So the treasure's in there. You took the words right out of my mouth. Well, monstrums, shall we? Wow, look at all this gold and jewelry. I knew it. It's really here, the hidden treasure for the 100 Years' War. For 5 centuries they said it was nowhere to be found. Well, eat your hearts out. Woohoo! Jackpot! Mama's hit the big one. You little lovelies are all coming home with me. Sarati, you're kind of scaring me. Well, she did basically fulfill her lifelong dream, more or less. Still, why is all this the Nox to begin with? Oh, details! What's it matter? Something an ancient unfound treasure trove enough on its own. If being a thief is really so bad, times like these wouldn't feel so good. Oh, come on, we're hauling this out of here. Start filling those pockets. Huh? It's only a matter of time. Mirrors. Suppose we expected this. I've got another thing coming if they think they'll keep me from my prize. Everyone, ask these little claim jumpers and I'll get you a nice share of the pot. That it? I'm deeply unimpressed. All right, that should... Of course it's not that easy. How are there still so many? There's no end to them. They'll just keep popping up. Not so sure we have the means to handle this. Time for a tactical retreat.
Wait, but the treasure, my babies. This isn't the time for that, Sarati.
We're leaving.
We're leaving. If you want to stay behind and complain, you're a guest.
So, treasure is cursed.
Phew, that was too close. Yeah, looks like the entrance closed up behind us, too. So what was that swirly mirrors?
Well, the mirrors are born from enmity, right? Negative emotions and all that. And greed is one of them. Part of human nature, no matter how much or how little. I'll bet tons of people look in that treasure, just like the good doc here. I see, so after 500 years of accumulated greed, the treasure was eventually absorbed into the Grimoald Nox.
That sounds almost too crazy to be true. Gives a damn either way. Sarati.
Listen, I know you're not happy about this. Not even we can chase up 5 whole centuries worth of the Marius, you know.
I know. Dead women spend no gold after all. I finally found that hidden treasure. After all this time searching. All I have to show for it is this piddly little thing.
Hey!
Just when did you...
Can't keep your eyes off old sticky fingers here for a second, huh?
Must be incredibly valuable, being a 500-year-old royal heirloom and all. Please, a teensy little pebble like this won't make up for all I went through to get here. That mountain of gold was my one-way ticket to the lap of leisure and luxury.
It's more thrilling this way. But you had fun, didn't you?
Fun? You're right. Sarati looked like she was having the time of her life. Right from the moment we started, now that I think about it.
Yeah, and that was before we even knew whether the treasure existed to begin with. You would have done just about anything to find it. Consequences, you would have done just about anything to find it. Consequences notwithstanding. Guess that makes you an adult. Birds of a feather.
What? Me? Now you're just being ridiculous, lumping me of all people in with an adventurer.
Alright, I'm over it. You can head back. After all, every second I waste moping about some treasure I missed out on is a second better spent chasing down the next.
That's the spirit? Question mark?
She's persistent, if nothing else. As Sarati's treasure hunting expedition came to an end, everyone returned to the surface. After parting ways, the monsters picked up where they left off in their activities.
Job well done.
Yay? Question mark. But we got stuff. And stuff's fun. I guess we achieved a goal of some kind. What did we get? Got stuff. Weapons, armor, accessories. Genius screen, Gorgon gloves. Ooh. New thing for jewels. But no. I'm not feeling it. I'll admit. I mean, it's fine, but like, nah. Human spot. New location discovered. Prison gate entrance.
Stop gawking and get a move on.
We'll worry about that later. I hope we at some point kick in the front doors of the prison and go in and just go absolute ham inside. But, you know, we'll see. Okay, so where am I going next? Where's this? The bells is that way. That way. So, face north. Direction I'm facing. Whee! Let's see how far we can get. Probably not that far, but you know what? We're gonna try.
Yeah. Heck. Crimson Lock.
So we need to go that way.
What's gonna happen to Baldur?
You. Oh, you must be the little whippersnappers the boss roped in. That's you can make it. Can we help you, sir? Wait, you just said boss right now, didn't you? Does that make you the old-timer Margot was referring to? Me, I'm just your average geezer with who fancies a visit to the baths now and then. Save for my service as a core member of the Bells of Freedom a few years back. Of course. Try to imagine an old man like you was a revolutionary. And again, I suppose it's not so strange considering Margot was your boss. To be fair, the group was originally founded by a bunch of old folks with not much time left. We figured that our zest would be a small price to pay for the bright future of our youth, given though it seems our blunders led them down the wrong path altogether in the end. Yeah, the path of petty theft and burglary, as if you didn't already know. Sounds to me like you ain't much of a core member anymore, though. Yes, the resistance dissolved over time following Margot's arrest. The youngest of the group continued to operate under the fold. I've been acting their advisor of sorts in an effort to keep their hostility in check. Yeah, well, I get the feeling that that's gone terribly wrong. But ultimately, my attempts to contain them failed miserably. Though perhaps I could have quelled their vindictive thirst, had I succeeded. I see, but what is the resistance trying to achieve here, exactly? Doesn't seem like Margot's anywhere around either. It would seem they're ready to attack the garrison posts in each and every district. The revolt from the knights skewed them in on a perfect opportunity to take back Leah. In preparing to do so, they've been gathering intel and identifying blind spots. What a load of crock. Doesn't matter how much chaos there is. You've got to have real bricks for brains to think a Roman soldier's going to lose to some civilian. They've probably got weapons or armor to start. One step and they're toast. That is, unless they've got an ace up their sleeve. Fortunately so, Margot appears to be assisting them. Not directly, but in supplies. Both through equipment and stores of gunpowder. Oh no. Oh dear. That's bad. What? But why? Oh, it seems she tends to see the matter through to its bitter end. She's convinced starting this by her hand gives her the burden of ending it as well. Margot. Can't really say for sure if it's on her either way. But she has to want to stop it at least. Why else would she have put a request in? I mean, it's up to us to do something about this. Any helpful info would be much appreciated. We have a responsibility to help too. You're every bit as promising as old Margot said you'd be. Very well then, I'll give you young'uns a piece of advice. Here's my take on this. As a long-standing member of the Resistance, there's only one place in this city powder and weapons can be viably concealed. It has to be underground, and spacious enough to spare as well. Any particular spot come to mind? I think I have a decent idea.
Considering everything else we found out, we should be able to narrow it down. Thank you very much, Mr. Gindo.
Not at all. I'm too old to raise a hand against you youngsters anymore. It's up to the next generation to carry on our torch. Please stop them before it's too late to give them the chance. Please don't blow up the city. That would be, like, not helpful right now. After going to all three locations in the message, you all return to the Dandelion. You then reconvene with Dogi and Parks.
Who would have thought those people we knew were resistance members all this time?
They've been blunting in, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. And if they're nowhere to be seen, we should assume they're in the final stages of setting their plan into motion. We're running out of time. Yes, time is of the essence. With the information you've gathered, we now know where most of their hideouts are located.
Like a Maxima in the shantytown. There's been shady people seen going in and out of that area, right?
Yep, and we got proof of it for insurance. We got witnesses who saw the Gaston guy and Alex from the visitors' kiosk. It's a done deal then. Good work, you two. Can't take all the credit. You're the ones who did all the legwork. Madame Margot is in there. We'll need to prepare ourselves if they truly intend to assault the Roman guard posts. We're counting on you monstroms.
Leave it to us.
Next up, Wake Maxima. Oh boy. Well, that's a problem. Okay, so that's... Yeah, I know where that is. Gotta go to Shantytown, so let's just teleport over. Boop. Onwards we go. It's just over here. Yeah, just up these stairs. Here we go.
This resistance member should be hiding out in here somewhere. Made it this far. All there's left to do is hunt them down. Let's get to stepping.
Can you take this, Crystal?
Here. Okay, where are they? They're pretty far in.
Can you take this at all?
Okay. Let's see. Where are we going? There.
There's something here.
Okay. I think we need to go the other way. Here? I know, it's been a while since I've been down here. I don't fully remember where things are.
Something's here.
Okay. Here? Here. Okay, I know where we are. Let's go.
Can you take this at all?
Okay. Sorry.
Can you take this at all?
Rude. Okay. Perfect. Just a couple more rooms.
Hunter's Descent. You've got this out. Leave it to me.
Onwards we go. Okay. Yeah, here's the idiots. We found them. Who's there? It's the Monstroms? Turns out our little hunch was right. Doesn't seem like Margot's here, but I'm sure she'll rendezvous soon enough. That's one hefty stash of weapons and ammo you got there. Not to mention enough powder to send a good several guard posts up in smoke. There's like, what, only 6 of you chumps all together? Talk about a letdown. Right as we were finishing up our preparations, too. Damn Monstroms. Mind your own business and scram for once. Margot's the one who sent us. What? Would the boss do something like that? Look, why don't you just give up this crazy plan and rest? Why don't you just give this crazy plan a rest already? Think before you act. That's what Perry told us to tell you. Ugh. Hey, Gaston? Maybe the boss is against this whole thing after all. You heard what old Guindo said. Things have changed since the war. You know that crock about living in harmony with Rom to restore Belduke? Doing that makes us no better than livestock, cozying up to the hands that feed us. Us Gleans have our pride. Like hell we're submitting to those rotten invaders. Gaston. We'll never give in. Not until they answer for what they've done to us. Till every single life we've lost in the war is paid full with Roman blood. He's gone off the deep end. All you end up doing is sowing even more hatred. And the ones who will suffer for it most are the ones who did nothing to deserve it. You think we're just gonna sit back and let that happen? Think again. So that's how you want to play it, huh? Fine. We'll need a good warm-up round because we're taking on Rome anyway. Gaston, what are you... So you want a romp with the Monstroms, huh? You should reconsider. I don't want to hurt you. It's a shame we can't say the same for you. The grief and suffering those Romans brought on us, one we'll never forget. Killed our friends and families, plundered our city, and slapped a tax on them besides. Don't you get it? This is the only way for us to take our dignity back. If you Monstroms aren't with us, then you may as well be against us. That's right, the only thing those Romans will get from us is a taste of their own medicine. We'll cast every one of those dirty trespassers out of our rightful lands. Be sure to hear our message back at the capital loud and clear. When the bells of freedom start to ring, then the pride of Glea will never die. You guys, get a hold of yourselves. Huh? Yep, that tracks. What the hell are those? Monsters? Eek! Where did they even come from? It's just like in the Grunwald. All the hatred and spite they built up must have brought forth the Nox. Who gives a flying damn either way? These guys would be way more fun than those lame-ass resistance wimps. Oh, brother. Guess we have no choice. Well, I guess this is what we're doing. You done? Thank goodness. They're gone. Amazing. I can't believe you actually defeated those things.
Phew, that takes care of that.
Huh, you guys are pathetic. You really think you'd go head to head with the Rome after cowering over small fry like that?
Hey, come on, Hawk.
You think you know everything, don't you? Whether you're a match for them or not is besides the point. What matters is making the Romans suffer every bit we have and more. We don't. Everyone we lost 8 years back died for nothing. Right, guys? Right. We've come too far to give up now. Give up my life if it means getting revenge on Rome. Gaston, everyone, please. Don't you think that'll save Clea? Is that really what you're after? Don't act like you get a say in any of this. What do you know? Enough. This ends here.
Margot.
Goodness me, I certainly didn't expect the monsters to be here. Perhaps they're acquainted with those youngsters I met at the baths? In a sense. That aside, it would seem they've managed to carry out my request.
Boss, I
said enough, Gaston. The Bells of Freedom wasn't formed as a way to vent out your frustrations. But vent my frustrations? Is that all this is to you? Do you have any idea how much we've been doing for Clea? Were that really the case, I would have stood behind you until the bitter end. As she who lit the first spark, I intended to support you no matter what the cost, to bear the weight of your lives and misdeeds as though they were my own. But I think you've put it best, no, that all that matters is making those Romans suffer. That you'll give up your lives if it means getting revenge on Rome. Tell me, where is the creed of the Bells of... Where in the creed of the Bells of Freedom have I missed those words? Fight without belief or conviction, and you'll be no different from those monsters. That's... Of course, all of this is just as much my responsibility as everything else. Your old crone of a leader has failed to guide you on the path of right. For that, I apologize. I truly, truly do. Us. Same fault lies with every one of us old-timers. It's not too late. You youngsters still have your whole lives ahead of you. That's exactly right. I want you all to take this time to gather yourselves together and reflect. Both what it is you really needs to save Clea, and why the Bells of Freedom truly ring. So long as you safeguard this city with pride, I know the right answer will come. I'm sure my boy wouldn't have wanted it any other way. Aw. Right as ever, boss.
all's well that ends well.
Nothing more boring than a happy ending.
What comes next is up to them.
Sorry to have put you to all this trouble, boys and girls. I can't say I knew how this would turn out, but I'm glad I made that request. We're glad we could help. You have my thanks. The situation in Balduke is nearing its peak. You have my aid now more than ever before.
as both the leader of the Bells of Freedom and the ever-stubborn old bat, Margot Reyes. And all the others returned to the bar to report what had happened soon after. Having finally settled her concerns over the resistance, Margot was welcomed back into the Dandelion with open arms.
That actually went pretty well.
That's helpful. Okay. Well, that's all the side quests taken care of. So let's go to Pendleton, and then to the Coliseum. Onwards we go.
Is this all for Glia?
Received a message from the Prison Mines foreman requesting your mediation. Wish to consult you immediately about the miners' compensation. At a time like this, I'll head over now, so keep them busy until I get there. Yes, sir. There's something you might want to know about the gold procurement from Silketta. There was a logistical error, so the deal has been suspended. During that period, the market has shifted quite a bit. And what have you done about it? What are you a supervisor for? I'm not here to solve every trivial matter. My apologies, sir. Mr. Pendleton, how would you like me to reply to the Elgato branch? The current sovereign requests your presence at the royal banquet. Elgato, that's too far. Can't leave the company for that long without Carla here. Tell the branch manager to attend the banquet in my place. Well, he certainly looks busy. Yeah, probably because Carla's not here. Miss Grisha. Oh, it really is Miss Grisha. What? Mr. Rich, if Miss Grisha were to return, it would solve a great many of our predicaments. Why have you come back? I heard Carla was detained, so I... Leave. Huh? Grisha, the events of this company no longer concern you. Pendleton is no place for the like of a dingy florist such as yourself. Oh, Grisha. Wait, this is her battle to fight. What? Can't meet it, Mr. Rich? Yeah, Miss Grisha is here to offer her. You two, stay out of this.
Father, you're right. I did leave Pendleton, but I'm still a part of this family. I'll never forget everything that you and Carla have done for me. So please.
The time for remission has long passed. It was your decision to leave. Once you've made a decision, you must commit to it and accept its consequences.
I understand. Then I have a proposal. As the owner of Le Petit Fleuriste, I propose a business arrangement.
What did you say?
We at Le Petit Fleuriste offer to provide investigative services to Pendleton. We will confirm the safety and whereabouts of Carla Pendleton, your chief of sales. As compensation, we seek the white sarin flowers that bloom across Altago.
She's like, fine. If you won't listen to an emotional appeal, I'll make a business one. Speaking his language.
We understand you have these seeds in stock, and ask that you give us a courtesy discount. We will also require you to provide any and all information relevant to the investigation.
Do you have any idea what you're suggesting? How can I partner with a flower shop from the slums with no reputable achievements?
A man with your merit and experience should be able to tell if we are trustworthy.
What?
Under the conditions I propose, Pendleton would incur no liabilities. Like you said, our shop is still small. That is why we offer to shoulder the risk. As someone once told me, gains are made by taking losses.
You'll be up against the Hieroglyph Knights, who are on the brink of war against the Empire. What can a lone flower shop do?
We won't saddle you with the details. I know Pendleton is busy enough as it is. But I can guarantee that the results will be satisfactory.
I love this. This is awesome.
Miss Krisha. Impressive.
Krisha, why is it only now that you're able to do this?
Turns out, I had a lot to learn from opening a shop of my own. At first, I was afraid to even decide on order quantities without you and Carla. But if I wanted to keep my shop open, I knew I had to make decisions on my own. I couldn't run away like I used to, even from things I wasn't good at. It was just common sense thinking back. I'm embarrassed it took me so long to learn.
So it was I who stifled your growth.
Aww.
That's not true at all. Without you and Carla, I would have never learned the things I needed to get to this point. I could have never done this on my own. That's why I have to save Carla.
I filed a complaint with the Roman garrison for what happened to Carla. But Warden Belger wasn't there, so it was a fruitless endeavor.
Huh?
Yeah, because he's been arrested. So we should probably need to break him out first.
Was any and all information relevant to the investigation not one of your conditions?
Father!
Alas, the garrison didn't have any information, but for whatever reason, the Knights did.
Yeah, because the Knights are having a coup.
According to them, Carla was detained on suspicion of colluding with the Monstroms.
Well, I mean... Yeah! She did do that. She did. But, like, that's not the reason they arrested her.
Really? Does that mean...
The charges alone aren't enough to incite suspicion. For all we know, they could be true. I'm sure Carla's reasons would have been justified.
Does he suspect? Because she knew. So does he suspect?
It was the fact that they had the gall to arrest someone from Pendleton without consulting me.
It's either that he's putting a lot of trust in his eldest daughter, which, I mean, if you're going to have her running half the business for you, you would need a lot of trust there. Or he knows/suspects. Which, I mean, honestly doesn't really matter.
Considering my relationship with them, it is a most unwarranted and concerning act.
They're not even bothering with keeping up appearances anymore.
Or maybe they don't need to.
I can't believe it.
My personnel in the mines report that the Knights often meet in the prison's restricted sector. Rumors are circulating that the Knights are holding their newly captured prisoners there.
The restricted sector. Maybe Carla's there too.
It is a possibility.
Well, good thing we have a shortcut there.
That's all the information I have about Carla at the moment.
Thank you, Father.
I can't believe they intend to rebel against the Empire by usurping the Governor General. While it's true the Empire did invade Glia, it's better governed under them than the royal family. I think the current events are a necessary step in history, but a rough one nonetheless.
Mr. Pendleton.
I'll send word if I get any more information. Be careful.
I'm getting the distinct impression that emotional closeness is not his strong suit. Like, I get the feeling like he wants to show his kids that he cares, but he doesn't know how. Like...
I will.
One last thing about your shop. Its location lacks visibility and is disadvantageous to your exposure. Even small changes can bring about vast improvements to your business's image. Remember what I've taught you.
Okay. Thank you, Father.
Aww. Family is important. Wow, you rocked that, Krisha. Huh? Rocked what? Sneak up to your dad. What else? You really surprised me there. Yeah, I surprised myself, if anything. I'm glad I was able to tell him how I felt, though. So, where to next? Either the cemetery or the Colosseum. Which one first? Well, Anamona should be over in the cemetery. We can find out what happened to Felix from the Colosseum. Let's go, Adol. We're gonna do the Colosseum first. Which is not far, so we'll just hop out over there. No, it's forwards. So this way. We got this. But yeah, they're wrapping up characters' plot lines, which means that the end is nigh.
What's all this commotion?
Which I mean, it feels about right for that, honestly. So I'm here for it. What are you doing here? You lot. You were at the Cultural Heritage Site. Oh, you're that government official we ran into. Is something the matter? You're looking pretty tired. Tired? I suppose I might be. As I'm wanted by the Hieroglyph Knights, somehow or another. The Knights are after you. I came here by Imperial decree. This manhunt is nothing sort of high treason. Damn that Shadowheart. He deceived us. Seizing the government or general must be some sort of revenge to them. Nevertheless, I have a plan to... Huh? We know somewhere you could hide out for a little while until things, calm down. Those accursed knights. You'll excuse me. The Colosseum seems emptier than usual. Guess they really did put all their showings on hold after all. We need to find out why Felix was taken away by the Knights. Talking to his co-workers is probably the fastest way to do just that. Alright, let's go.
What are the Hieroglyph Knights up to? Ain't getting away from me.
Good.
Whoa! Guess it showed up.
Excuse me. Oh, you're Felix's friends, right? We are. We heard he never made it home last night. That would be because he was taken to the prison. Oh, I'm sorry. I objected to what the Knights were doing. Really, I did. The rumors are true, then. But they can't be. Why Felix of all people? Remember that bull that went on a rampage during the show? It was taken in on suspicion of endangering spectators with his reckless bull handling. You're joking! Wish it was. Anyone who was there knows it wasn't his fault. It's gotta be some mistake or something. The Knights were the ones to blame for that in the first place. Those guys will make up any random offense to toss someone in the clink. Those dirtbags. We're just framing him at this point. I was thinking the same. Nothing good can come from this. Guess that means the Knights have some business with your boy toy. It's gotta be some common link with your sister getting hauled. Well did, pussycat. You mean between Carla and Felix? Not exactly comparable. I mean, he is compassionate, I guess, and surprisingly kind and smart and... what? What are you trying to make me say here? It's okay if calm down. Drop dead. When exactly was Felix taken away yesterday? In the evening, right after our night show got cancelled out of nowhere. Knights called out and stopped Felix on our way home from the Coliseum. Well, not just the Knights, some Roman soldiers, can't speak tonight apparently, were there too. Roman soldiers? So they were in on it too. Actually, they were trying to bail him out. Apparently they were there during that show when the bull got out of control. The Romans were helping him? But Felix ended up taken away by force either way. Roman soldiers said that they couldn't do anything about it without a warrant. Just what is up with all this? Felix. He's not the only one who got taken away. The whole city's been on edge. And here everybody thought the Knights were the good guys. Well, anyway, here's hoping Felix comes back to us soon. We're gonna find him. So Felix really was taken away by the Knights. I'm so sorry, Yufa. I'll be okay. Let's keep moving, Adol. Can't just stick around here. So last on our list is... the cemetery. Anamona should be there too. Let's get going already. Okay. Now it is time for drama. I'm excited. So where's the cemetery? The cemetery is way over here. So we're just gonna teleport. There she is. Hello, friend. Everything okay?
Adol, I am glad to see you are okay.
Did you remember something? What are you doing here? Did you remember something?
Yes. I had forgotten something very important to me. When Aprilis was pierced by that sword, that is when I remembered. Long ago, I was once a doll that was given to a certain little girl. She belonged to a common farming family, though they lived comfortably. As this girl's doll, I watched as she grew into a proper young woman. Those were modest, peaceful days. I thought they would continue as they were forever. That was until the girl, Rosvita, was discovered to be a saint and sent off to war.
Oh. Well, that's not what I suspected. Okay.
I'm going now, Anamona. I'll be back before you know it, so be a good girl and wait for me, okay? When the war's over, we'll have a wonderful tea party together, like we always do. And those were the last words she ever spoke to me.
You mean save Rosvita?
Well, plot twist.
You were Saint Rosvita's doll? If those memories came back after seeing Aprilis' final moments, does that mean... I'm not entirely sure yet. But there is one other thing I remembered. As time went on while she was away, I found myself spending time with another human. I called him Papa.
Happy birthday, Anamona. For today will be the first day of your life. Now open your eyes and look at me. Stretch your legs and feel the land beneath your feet.
That's weird. Don't like that.
Papa was the one who gave me a soul and a conscience.
Is that even possible? Who the hell is this guy?
Unfortunately, I haven't remembered much more than that. But something inside me tells me Papa is much closer than we realize. Perhaps more of my memories will return with time. Anemona.
I am alright now, everyone. Shall we return to the dandelion for now? Well, we have finished checking every place we needed to.
I'm with Anemona here. Let's head back and sort things out. We need a plan. We need to figure out what we're gonna do next. Oh boy. Yeah, let's just head back to the dandelion. Let's go. And hope nothing else explodes. The nights really were snatching people up off the streets. Master and Commander Shadowlord. What exactly does he intend to do with them? But the Knights always did anything drastic since they captured the Governor General's office. That's what I don't like. It's the calm before the storm. Perhaps it has something to do with the recent arrests. I find it difficult to believe that they've come this far just to hang up their hats now.
Maybe they're waiting for something.
What? Don't look at me. I haven't been shown up to work in a while, so I'm just as out of the loop as you are. Master Shadowlord, as you're all well aware, he's a venerable and deeply trusted ambassador between Glia and Rom. Despite that, it wouldn't be unexpected in the least if he fostered a deep hatred for Romans.
Really? How can you tell?
Master Shadowlord always seemed like a guy with a proclivity for the moderate. When Glia was invaded by the Empire, he was on the front lines defending Balduc. A massive battle erupted on the outskirts of Balduc. The 4th Battalion, commanded by General Bourdon of the royal family, suffered defeat. The general retreated from the battlefield into the safety of Balduc's walls. The Roman army, with a victory in sight, pursued him without mercy. I believe this was the battle which resulted in your parents passing, Yufa. In mere moments, Balduc was besieged by a Roman general known as the Roaring Leo. The battle soon became a siege war. Tell us something we don't know. Yeah, I remember the city being in chaos when I was growing up. You see, it was that moment that ignited the chain of events leading to our crisis today. The 4th Battalion was outmatched and desperate, for its provisions were depleted. At the same time, the city was being overrun by riots and pillaging from within. Shadowlord was stationed with a company that chose to obey orders and stand their ground. When they wouldn't last, Shadowlord executed a plan that would turn the tide of battle. He took a small number of troops and snuck past the siege under the cover of night, to the guise of reinforcements using... Nope, they ambushed the royal army. In response, the 4th Battalion agreed to advance and launch a pincer movement. That's not a bad strategy. Indeed, they even managed to obtain approval from the stubborn General Bourdon. The maneuver was set into motion. The stationary troops engaged the rear guard. The disarrayed Romans struggled to respond. Then they waited for the 4th Battalion, but the Balduc gates never opened. The 4th Battalion never emerged. They just left them to die? Correct. Supposedly, the general changed his mind before the maneuver was to begin. Needless to say, the Romans regained their composure and retaliated. Made quick work of Shadowlord and his company.
That's terrible.
Balduc's stationary troops were comprised of young, talented men. In all but an instant, all of Shadowlord's trusted comrades were annihilated.
That happened right outside the city walls?
It's a truth the Glean royal family kept from the outside world to this day. They announced their unconditional surrender right after that, didn't they? That's right, but that wasn't the end of Shadowlord's efforts. After the surrender, Shadowlord proposed that the families of his fallen comrades be indemnified.
The royal family promptly refused. Shortly after, Charlotte was baptized and fired at the hieroglyph knights in Glia. That explains his Glia complex. I feel terrible for him. But it's not enough reason to roll over and just let him get revenge. I agree. Nothing good can come out of this. I hear ya. So what's it gonna be, Adol? Let's put a stop to Shadowheart's plans. Words. I don't know about that. Something's gotta be done about him. Before we can worry about Shadowheart, we have to save Felix and Carla. And I'm curious to know what Dad's been up to. I ain't leaving this time without his head on a pike. That's one way to solve the problem. Then it's settled. It's great that you're all pumped up and all, but the restricted sector's on high alert now. Your gifts might not be all it takes to get through unscathed. It was only a matter of time before something was done about all those break-ins. Only there was a way to get inside without being noticed at all. Restricted sector. Wasn't there an old aqueduct there? Was there? Check out the big brain on the kid. I think I remember it too. Judging by the directions, probably drawn water from the CL Canyon. CL Canyon. It's just northeast of the city. Right about here. And that's our new front door. But there's a barrier blocking this passage. How convenient. We have to dispel this barrier before we can go in. Ready to go whenever you are, Adol. Be careful out there. There's hieroglyph knights at every corner of the city. Okay. Requests available on the bulletin board. That's great. But first, I have to step away for a quick moment. I will be right back.
No need to rush. Come on, let's go!
Okay. I have returned. So, Toki has a quest for us. Let's go see what he wants. Got a moment to spare, Adol? I was on my way to check up on our inventory. Use a hand.
That should do it. Thanks a bunch, Adel. Just look at it. The Dandelion's really come a long way. It wasn't long ago when it was just an empty building. Then we made a few friends. And now, it's one of the local favorites.
It's thanks to you, Dogi. It's a hideout to be proud of.
Yeah, we couldn't have asked for more. It's not often we get to stay put in one city for this long. The Monstroms, the prisoners, the townspeople, a whole lot of fine folk here. I'll admit, I appreciate the occasional change of scenery from the usual oceans and mountains. You of all people would understand that the most, huh? It's a great city. It's got its share of problems. The Grimwald Knox, and the Monstrum Curse. But we're all in this together. Not just you and me. All our pals at the Dandelion. One thing at a time. Right, Adel?
Yep. Feel the same pain pulsing through you as you felt when you fainted.
Hey, Adel, you okay?
It's alright. I'm fine.
No.
Okay, but take it easy, yeah? You probably haven't fully recovered yet. You should get some rest. I'm not sure how our adventure is gonna pan out this time. But no matter what comes at us, we'll beat it somehow. Like we always do. There's still so much to see out there. So many adventures await.
I mean, maybe. We'll see. Just thinking about it gives me chills. Can always count on you, partner.
Right back at you. Let's get through this in one piece, Adel.
Your fame with Dogi is now at max. Dogi's support skill when hit KO has reached max level. Neat! Anything else I should be aware of before I go run off to make progress?
Adel.
Glad you're awake. Don't neglect your weapon maintenance, King. I don't want you dragging me down like last time. This time for sure. I'm gonna settle my score with Shadowlord.
Adel, I'm ready and raring to go.
Yeah, pretty sure I don't have any of the stuff I need to do that. So I need lumber.
Well, come back anytime.
Adel! I'll take everything you got.
Do 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 do.
Aren't you gonna trade? Goodbye! See you later!
Can't do anything about that. Oh well, we looked. Well, I guess we're good? Maybe? What's over here? Prison infiltration. Got a problem in the prison. I'll need you all to help me take care of it. Kinda want to do both of these. Location. Let's see. Maximum controls. Let's go do that. Let's go see what Maxim wants. Because this is kind of a bit of plot line, so let's see how this goes. Friend and owl. Did I walk right past him? I went right past him because I am a failure. There you are. You got some time to spare right now? Sure. He seems a little different than usual. Maybe you saw the request. Either way, I've got a job for you. What only you monstrums can pull off, since you've snuck into the prison enough times already.
Well, you... what?
You figured it out? You really think I wouldn't? You're not the most discreet customers I've ever had. But don't worry, you've got your business and I've got mine. That's the rule. So much for that. Something must have happened in prison to make you break your policy, right?
You think so?
It's highly probable, given the situation. The Knights have taken hold of the prison under the guise of a revolt, after all. My request is simple. I need you to help me infiltrate the prison. As for the route, I'll direct you. Your only job is to back me up until I reach my objective inside.
While the details are lacking, this request does appear to be more than mere impulse. Yeah, I can tell you've been thinking this through. What should we do, Adol?
Request accepted, Maxim. The deal is sealed. Fair warning, though. It'll get pretty messy after we sneak in. The prison's currently manned by a whole battalion of the Knight's most capable men. I won't be able to rely on my usual tricks to get this done. You have a plan? You just need to be real careful. You have a plan? In a sense. I've got a forbidden trump card for situations like these. Ooh, forbidden's always fun.
I don't like the sound of that.
The Knights and the Romans are still in turmoil. It's the perfect time to strike. All they need is a little push. Pandemonium greater than any they have experienced thus far. So you plan to fulfill your objective while their guard is down. I can't say I know your goals, but it's a foolhardy plan to say the least.
And who better to call for foolhardy plans than us monstrums, huh?
Well, personally speaking, I have something I wouldn't mind looking into there myself.
Same here. Getting our hands on some intel will definitely help offset the cost.
Have you already planned out our route of entry into the prison? Yeah, I'll lay it out for you now. This will be your most dangerous job yet. I'll be trusting you in this, monstrums. And so Adol and his comrades began drafting out an infiltration strategy with Maxim. After informing the Dandelion, preparations were made to carry out the plan. Request prison infiltration accepted. Let's go.
You buying or not?
What do you have? Ooh, portrait of a girl. Let's get this. Give that to Yanamoto later. You breaking bin. Ooh, take this.
Got a good eye. Let's see.
Let's go. Things will get messy after we sneak in. Make sure you're prepared for it. Ready to begin the operation? Begin. Acknowledged. Let's get started. Man, I'm so pumped about this, you wouldn't believe.
I guess someone has to be. Anyway, what's our first move?
We're infiltrating the prison through the path in the entertainment district ramparts. Let's make our way over. Look at him. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed as ever. Shouldn't be a problem as long as I play it cool. Hope you have us fun without that loudmouth bell pit missing out. The plane's already set in motion, huh? Fine by me. Been bored stiff without my favorite stooge around. It's time for me to make a killing. Ah, he misses us. We're in.
Wait, the way is blocked off.
Just look at that. They've gotten gated the place up. Guess those knights must have been tired of playing zookeeper.
Makes you wonder what this place was for to begin with. Anyhow, this one looks like it'll be tougher than usual to knock down.
That won't be necessary. I've already planned for this. Before that, you sure you're willing to go through with this? We'll go as wild as we can get. Can't wait to see what the monstrums can do from up close. I'll guide the way. May fortune be with us all. What are we doing? Oh! Okay, just gonna plant bombs. Alright. What was that? Well, if I know. Fortify our defenses. Owl! That's a good owl. There, path's open. Let's move. Don't stop till you've brought every last one of them to heal. Bit of an extreme way to put it, but I suppose I'm not against it. Now then, everyone, shall we take to the stage? So, I guessing we're acting as a distraction for something.
Courtyard is just up ahead. Time to let loose.
Don't have to tell me. Don't encourage him.
Right? This is what we're doing.
It's the monstrums. They've broken again?
Excuse us, coming through. We're really sorry about this.
I'm not sorry. About time we just had some fun in here.
There are too many for us to manage. Maybe
No,
we
there's
can lure
not.
them somewhere and then use the stairs to get to the entrance. I leveled up.
There you are. Stab, 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 stab. Where are we going? Here.
We should be able to get to the west wing from here. The quickest way there would be directly up.
Can we just go directly up? Here we go. Okay, where are we?
We
Go
need
here.
a diversion. Drop that chandelier.
Look! The monstrums are here!
Well, if it's pandemonium we wanted, we're sure to get it now. What the? It's you guys! Oh dear.
It's those imposters from before. So this is where you've been all this time.
Don't act like you didn't know. You're the reason we're even in here. Have any idea how much we've been through thanks to you? You want to try saying that again?
Eek!
No, we've only ourselves to blame for being locked up like this. We're just getting what we deserve, forced to hard labor day after day.
Boss?
But I beg of you, on bended knee, please get us out of this cell. We're kinda in a hurry here, so can you give us a good reason to? We've finally seen the light, the lives we're meant to lead all along. It all begins when we left home 5 years ago. To be vagabonds turned to a life of... God, this is taking too long. Oh yeah, let's go. Oh, for the love of God. Okay. Woohoo! Our prayers have been answered. Come on, boys, let's scram. Yeah. Weirdos. It would seem they were getting away. Why'd you let them go? Don't misunderstand. I just figure they'll make for a good distraction. Already look just like you, after all.
They do not.
What's all the commotion here? Monstrums are at it again. They must be around here somewhere. They're beginning to gather. I had Arthur open up the hatch on the roof. Let's take it.
We're in the home stretch now.
And I'll be raising hell every step of the way. That someone's having fun. Oh, okay, it's not gonna let me just do that. Looks like they haven't taken this ladder down.
We don't have as much time as I thought. Change of plans. Can you fly from the east wing over to the central wing? I need you to create a diversion there.
Understood.
Okay, where are we going? Just keep attacking us. We should probably deal with them. Okay, so there's a thingy.
Crimson line.
Where's the central? Nope. Not entirely sure where we're going, to be honest. Here? East wing. Go. You. Okay. Where are we going? Let's see this. Oh, there's an open window. Well, that's convenient. Let's go. I mean, obviously we have both an inside guy and an owl running around. So, not crazy.
Oh, there's someone keeping watch.
Someone to fight.
Is it bad that I'm starting to feel a little sorry for them?
I don't. They certainly aren't sparing any security in the central wing. Yeah, it's not at all like back when we came to rescue Iris. We need to get downstairs. Indeed, our destination is on the 3rd floor of the North Wing, the special sector. Alright, let's bust our way through then. This had better be something important. Maxim presses a hidden switch on the side of the fireplace. One of the stone blocks moves slightly, revealing a secret compartment behind. Maxim proceeds to retrieve a ring marked with a white lily from within. Lily ring. The sign's been switched out. With that, the preparations are... hardly even put up a fight. No matter, I have a mission to fulfill. I hope the monstrums manage to pull through. So what is he after? That's my question. Because he's clearly after something.
Leveled up.
Sure. So where are we going?
Come on, you guys are better than this. Put your backs into it.
Looks like some of you have been skipping out on your drills.
That or we're just that much better now. Which, I mean, we could be. But, you know, they're having fun, I'm having fun. That's all a win. Okay. No, that's not where we need to go. Onwards. Onwards. Hi, losers!
Well, hello, special sector.
Oh, good. They got out of her way. Honestly, Hawk, they probably would have all been terrible fights. Oh, there he is. Maxim presses a hidden switch on the wall. What the? A secret passageway? You act like you've done that a million times already. So how long have you known about this exactly? I never planned on bringing you along this far, but time is of the essence. If you want to know, all you have to do is follow. Well, you heard the man. Yeah, let's go. What is up with all this? I'm excited. What mysteries have you been keeping from me? Maxim takes out the Lilium ring, placing it into a hollow slot in the altar. He then removes a ring marked with the blue lily off of his finger, placing it into a second slot at the altar. Okay. What the... Okay, so he, used to live here, huh? Right? Because that's the only explanation I'm thinking that makes sense right now. Because, this feels like a lot of, knowledge you would need to have. And, he has... this isn't just information you just stumble across, right? This is information you either have had for a while or gathered very specifically to do a specific thing. From there, Adol and the others followed down a long, winding path, till finally they arrived at a singular room. So this is our destination. How long's all this crap been down here? Since the fortress was built, I imagine. It seems to be part of the prison's foundation. But just who are you, Maxim? Maxim opened the desk drawer and received a sealed seal marked with a beautiful white lily. It's the Lilium crest, the old symbol of the kingdom of Glia. Then it stands to reason that the royal family once used that seal. The mark of ruling authority. The great seal of state. It's only supposed to be passed in succession from king to king, which means... Never would have guessed. You have ties to the royal family? Exactly. No way someone unrelated to him would have a clue where this was. This explains why you're so well versed in the layout of this prison, this fortress. I am nothing more than a man tasked with a mission. But my mentor, the one who raised me, he served the royal family for generations. As he aged, I took the mantle. All I'm doing is fulfilling His Majesty's final commands. That day, 8 years ago, when the kingdom of Glia fell, His Majesty gave me 2 orders while on his deathbed. First was retrieving this, the Lilium seal. Second was securing the safety of his daughter. Well, I have good news for you about that second one. His Majesty prioritized these 2 things over his very life. It was my obligation to comply. So that is the reason. Sounds like the king was a pretty upstanding guy. Not like that bastard, General Borden. Hold on a second. This is the one who rescued Iris when she was little. It was you all along. I only planned to leave her with my mentor for a time. Once he saw the trauma on her face, he decided he would raise her himself. Old age finally did him in last year. That must have been with Iris set off on her own. No, it's got nothing to do with me. She's out of scope of my duties now. Besides, I doubt she'd even remember my face after all these years. So you have no plans of telling Iris about any of this, do you? Sounds to me like you've got a soft spot for her, all things considered. I won't even dignify that with a response. A member of the royal family's better off staying away from the shadows of society. She tried to assassinate a dude. Did you know that? Sounds like he isn't going to budge on this one. Indeed. I sense company approaching. Well, now, aren't you a perceptive one? This weren't a dead end. You just might have managed to slip away. It's the old geezer seneschal, Gilbert. Lucian warned us about him. Don't tell me they let us lead them here. Looks like it. I knew something was off about this whole arrangement. Must have had the same objective. With the Lilium seal recovered, the people of Glia could finally be at ease. If you would just kindly hand it over. I don't know what your aim is here, but there's no way in hell it has anything to do with the people. The only thing you care about is getting vengeance for your failures 8 years ago. As the surviving remnants of the Glian royal army. How very amusing. There are more of you here than I anticipated. Glia's future is looking very bright indeed. Wouldn't you agree, Crimson King? Or should I say, Adel Kristen? Adel who? Just how much do the knights know? Who? You can drop the act. We know more about you than even you know about yourselves. See, we've come across a number of felons among the populace in recent days. I'm sure you must be worried about your precious friends and families, right, girls? Sounds to me like you know something, don't you? Guess it means we're just gonna have to beat it out of you then. Do you really want to threaten the girl who has a weapon that probably is, like, weighs more than you do? Because I'm pretty sure, no matter who you are, if you get hit by that, everybody in your body is gonna get broken. Don't do anything rash, you two. Getting out is our first priority. Indeed, we can sense some manner of special fluid coating their blades. Some kind of poison, huh? That's our seneschal for you. We'd be wise not to underestimate them. Let's try to press our way through. Pity that it has come to this. We have an emergency. What is it? It's the Monstroms. They've appeared on the roof of the south wing. I'm opening the main gates as we speak. We won't hold for much longer now. What nonsense are you spouting? Those Monstroms you're after are right. What is the meaning of this? You... Gotcha. That was a special delivery. Just for you. Hope you enjoy it. You traitorous little... You're wide open. Perhaps it was you who made the mistake of underestimating us. Pity it had come to this. Get ready. Idle and the group proceeded to fight their way through the onslaught of knights. With Maxim's guidance, they managed to escape through a different route than they had entered. Words. Oh, that was troublesome. We didn't end up getting any information out of them either. In search as we did, there were no signs of Felix and Carla or in any of the general cells. It's like we figured. It must be in some special location only the knights know of. Indeed, we had managed to narrow things down, at the very least. Maxim took out the seal of the Glian royal family before throwing it high into the sky. What? The Glian seal of state! The hell did you go and do that for? Is everything okay to destroy it? Was this the plan all along? Correct. His Majesty bade me destroy the seal once I had retrieved it. I have no intention of handing it over, not even to His Majesty's daughter herself. No one needs to be swayed by the symbol of a fallen kingdom any longer. I'm surprised you'd go far enough to order something like that. The last king of Glia. He's not a particularly distinguished figure in history, but supposedly his diplomacy helped stall the hostile Empire's war efforts for years. It only makes sense he'd consider the future of his people in their nation's final moments. Yeah. Sounds like Iris had a good man for a father. So what are you gonna do now? You fulfilled all the king's missions, after all. Don't suppose you'd like to give those cocky knights a lesson or two? out of the question. What becomes of Glia is of no consequence to me.
Is that right? That's kind of hard to believe.
Why even lie about it at this point? Why not come to the Dandelion? To your hideout, you mean? I suppose you do have His Majesty's daughter in your charge.
Looks like he does still care about Iris after all.
That reminds me. We've yet to receive any reward for your efforts this time around. A task of larger scale than anticipated does suggest one be compensated accordingly. Fair enough. What did you have in mind?
Well, how about coming to help us with our work for a while? It's no easy task, but should be a fine way to pay us back for things today.
We could use some fresh entertainment too. Things won't be so dull with you around.
Yay, friend!
You're right. I do owe you all a great deal. Very well then, Monstroms of Walduke. The next mission will be lending you a hand with your own.
Yay!
New friend! Well, old friend finally admitted that we're friends. With that, Maxim became yet another of the Dandelion's many collaborators.
About time we finished.
Yay!
New ally Maxim. Maxim will now assist you in the Grimwald Nox.
Yay!
Oh, and while we're here, I have something for you. Gift miniature teacup. This teacup is a children's plaything, is it not? Upon closer inspection, it is quite a beautiful piece. Adol, would you accompany me for a moment? Drip, 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 tiny teapot. Enjoy. Thanks, Anemona. Smells great. You're pretty good at this, Anemona. Does it? I will take your word for it. Is something bothering you? No, it is nothing. The design on this cup is of Saint Rosvita. Provided consolation to help ease her grief. I have yet to make sense of myself. Why had I forgotten for so long, only to remember in that moment? Speaking with you has allowed me to regain my composure. I am grateful for your company, Adol. I greatly value your friendship. Ah, your affinity with Anemona has increased. Anemona's support skill, Doll's perception, has reached level 2.
Ah, bestie.
Okay. And there was a go kill some monsters quest. So let's go do that. Because, I don't know. I'm bracing for some terrible reveal any moment now, you know? Well, I mean, not that we haven't already gotten some reveals, but still. Wanted drools. Actually, let's just go do the Grimwald Nox. Residual enmity lingers in the air here. You shouldn't just leave this be. Legions of Calamity. Mental level 59. Waves 5. Hence ritual relics first. Those are max. Nope. Okay. Challenge. Let's go.
Shall we get started?
Let's do this. Come on, up we go. Yeah. Rude. Okay.
Fantastically done.
There's more on the way!
Good.
Up to you, Jules.
You two already, huh? Come here. Stab, stab, stab. You got this. Okay.
I am en route.
Got this.
I knew you had it, Adel.
You got
There's
this.
more on the way.
Of course there is. Miss. Come here. Touch this. No, you don't. Got this. Come here. That's not what I wanted.
Jules! Could you please?
Okay, we got this. We got this. Out of my way.
Let's beat him down. I knew you had it, Adel.
There's more on the way.
Jules! Could you please?
Got this. No, where's this? Stab, 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 stab. Okay.
With that, the city gets just a mite safer.
I don't know about that.
Almost there. We can do this.
Okay, it's time. You got this. That'll do. Come on. Let's. Come on. Go. Get it? I think we got it.
Job well done, guys.
We did something. Legions of Calamity. Not terrible.
Magnificent work.
It was okay. Meh. It will do for now. Okay, I think this is as good as time as any. I'm looking forward to more chaos going down. Until then, I'll see all of you next time. Bye bye for now.